affair that Dunedin was. At least today the players, it seems, will have the opportunity to work this out. Just the slightest of breezes, and both flags flying equally high because all three results are a possibility. But the semi-heavy roller on the pitch, that's a request of the West Indies captain Chris Gayle, and really have an intriguing last day. Any test match that goes down to the last session is always a goodie, and this one is destined to do just that, because this is the match situation as we head into the last morning of play. West Indies, after scoring 307 in the first innings, a little light we thought there, are now 278 for 7 in their second innings, and in between times New Zealand sold themselves just a little shy of a very good total at 371. The overall situation then, the West Indies lead by 214 runs, and they have three very precious second innings wickets still intact. This is the situation at the moment. The West Indies still have their skipper there, Chris Gayle, a marathon effort yesterday, 146 not out. He has Edwards with him at the moment on one, and still Ben and Powell to come to try and forge on for the West Indies and add to their lead that they have at the moment in the bank. O'Brien, Mills, Patel, Vittoria and Franklin have been the bowling attack, but it's been a lot about the spinners. Look at that. They have bowled 77 overs between them. It's almost the life of a cricket ball in itself. So the 214 is the lead for the West Indies, and whatever happens, we feel that the man at the back of those two, the taller one, skipping along there, he had cramp yesterday, but he looks pretty fit this morning, Chris Gayle. He holds the key to how this will pan out. If he can bat well for an hour or so, he may well play New Zealand out of the equation. That's how good he can be.
Appeal for a catch, not out. One referral left. The New Zealanders. Saheba says not out, and the New Zealanders will accept it.
There was some interest here. No.
Over the top, and he's got 4 for it. Well, a genuine cut shot from Edwards over the top of slips for 4. He'll take the single. Chris Gayle moves to 150. Still not quite halfway towards his highest test score of 317. He's got that through, threaded it between extra cover and mid-off. He's played that shot really well, drove superbly down the ground yesterday, and that's a boundary of authority. And he's hit that with mighty authority. Too short. Tried to follow the previous one with another one of similar viciousness, and Gayle was the measure of it. 300 on the board.
It was a slow ball. It was a slow ball dragged down. It just sat up to be spanked. And that's exactly what it got. It was bad and it got its treatment.
Four fours in the over to Gayle. A bouncer that had him flinching, and 4 fours in the over carried the West Indies 247 ahead, 311 for 7.
Field up. Oh, good stroke, lovely shot. Sense the Gayle was keen to look for a boundary. And good on Daniel Vittoria bringing the field up too. He realises he's got to get Gayle out as much as anyone. It was just a bit flat, and Gayle leant on that beautifully. Lovely stroke through the offside. Glorious stroke. Back foot this time, same place, same result. This man is on fire. Chris Gayle is playing a true captain's knock right here. It's 323 for 7.
Franklin resuming after the drinks break. And he's been greeted by Gayle with a typical Gayle shot, hammered straight down the ground. He's got him well off the under edge into the pad, and Gayle goes. Well, that's a shock, really. He never looked as if he was going to go, and he falls 3 short of a double 100. Patel gets the wicket. Gayle getting on under the edge, trying to pull the ball away off the pad, lobbed up, and McCullum took it.
Well, a shame for Chris Gayle, but he's done a fantastic job for his team. He really has played magnificently well. I haven't seen him try and hit the ball on the leg side through that position at all throughout this innings. Very rarely, if any.
Standing ovation as he comes back, and deserving as well. So now Powell comes in. The lead is 278.
I like Dave.
But he's got hold of that one. He's hoisted that one. He's enjoyed it as well. Stays for a bit of a pose. It's gone for a big 6. Ends the over from Patel. 352 for 8 now.
Sweeping. Good stroke. No one out there. First time we've seen that shot. And it's Darren Powell that picks up a boundary. He's gone to 14 now. Slapped through the offside. So Edwards joining in on the fun. Edge caught. Beautiful bowling, Patel. Pfeiffer. Well done, mate. Well done. Round the wicket, little bit of drift. Ross Taylor, good hands, and Powell goes.
Yeah, good timing wicket. They need one more. Good piece of bowling. Round the wicket, a little bit of drift. There was the outside edge. The drift that got it carried, and Ross Taylor did well there just to make sure that his balance and his weight was forward because the ball was dying. But Edwards is out. He played a really good hand in the context of this game. He's out for 20, 363 for 9.
That's a good stroke. Thought it was going out towards Franklin, but the timing was right there, out of the meat of the bat. Looks to be going down, but he's been given. Now that looked to be drifting down to me. And the batsman is going to challenge him. Why not? Why not? The question is, it did hit him a little, quite full. The question is, was it going to turn back?
The main question here for me is, will, after seeing this, the third umpire, let's have a look at the no ball, that's all right. Will the third umpire, Mark Benson, be able to put any doubt into Rudy Kurtz's mind?
It's hit him, I think, around leg stump. Let's see. Well, it's hit him on the inside of the pad, so it's possibly going to go on to hit leg stump.
It's my belief that if Mark Benson says to Rudy Kurtz, look, I'm not overly sure, it could be hitting leg, it may be missing, the decision will stand and Rudy Kurtzen will go with his thought, which is it's definitely hitting.
Yes, and I think Rudy Kurtzen probably gave it because it hit the inside of the pad and went to the offside. Now, see, he's hit in front of leg stump. It's not really straightening much. We're not looking at the predicted path, just the actual path. And I'm not sure there's enough evidence for Mark Benson to overturn the decision.
Well, for that to happen, he would have to come back to Rudy and say, look, Rudy, this is definitely missing leg stump. Out, gone.
Fair enough. So the West Indies have been bowled out right on the stroke of lunch. It's been an excellent effort by Darren Powell, 22 LBW Vittori. And the lead, 311, 312 to win.
New Zealand are away. Nicely played through the mid-wicket area by McIntosh. Just a couple to begin with.
Oh, Max!
Oh, trouble. Have to run. That's out, I believe. Yes. Yeah, the Windies think they've got him.
Well, uncertainty. Good bit of fielding, and Flynn's gone. We'll just confirm from side on, but here it is. The throw comes in. He's a mile out. Good take, Ramden. 2.5 metres. Xavier Marshall, I think it was, the fieldsman. Daniel Flynn has been dismissed. He's been run out for 33. It's 62 for 2.
And that is the story. Happy to unfold it for you folks, but Tim McIntosh is not. That is the system working to the absolute nth of the law. McIntosh goes at the hands of television, really. He's gone for 3. It's 8 for 1. Very good series for Daniel Flynn, but now he comes out with another challenge. He's averaging 43.8, so it's a very good start to his career all of a sudden. In the air, but away from Ben in the gully, and down to the boundary for 4, and a slower delivery to end the over. 14 for 1.
Shot. He has looked very solid indeed, Jamie Howe, since he's been out there. Everything has come from the middle of the bat, and nothing better than that to drive a fast bowler straight back past him for 4. We saw it from Chris Gayle, but Jamie Howe doesn't have the power and the size of Gayle. That's a top shot. Gone away and gone for 4. Hit it really hard. Nash dived to try to make the save, but it was too far away from him. That's a fine shot. Lovely straight batted drive down the ground, and they won't catch it. Beautifully timed. Well, you get 4 for that as well, so probably 3/4 in the over. Yes. Ah, well. So Powell now just beginning to lose control.
They're all good runs, no matter where they come.
Oh, Max!
Oh, trouble. Have to run. That's out, I believe. Yes. Yeah, the Windies think they've got him.
Well, uncertainty. Good bit of fielding, and Flynn's gone. We'll just confirm from side on, but here it is. The throw comes in. He's a mile out. Good take, Ramden. 2.5 metres. Xavier Marshall, I think it was, the fieldsman. Daniel Flynn has been dismissed. He's been run out for 33. It's 62 for 2.
2 wickets down, which brings Ross Taylor to the middle. He's had a bit of a lean trot of late.
Very important thing. That one isn't to a fielder. That's straight down to the boundary for 4. So maybe they're still on. There's still belief here.
That's the best way to play someone like Fidel Edwards, because he skids it on, get forward and hit straight. That's the perfect spot. Down the onside of the pitch. And that'll be 4 more. This is a very productive over. Just guiding it down through the Bacon Gully area and away for 4 more. 80 up.
4 more. Just spanked another one. So this is a huge over for Jamie Howe. All of a sudden he's 42.
It's good strokes. Really good strokes. Not much fast bowler can do if the footwork's good like that. You all know Jamie Howe can time the ball quite well, but he's showing good body position in this innings.
Big hit. Very big hit. Good batting again. Goes through to 49. Make that 27, and Jamie Howe has 50. West Indies are powerless now. They are powerless. And I think there's some belief in this camp about a miracle.
player, Jamie Howe. He's worked hard in the last few days, and he's played a good innings here. He's taking his chances with the field up.
Gone. What a catch. What a catch. And he just makes a point of going round past Jamie Howe, Fidel Edwards. He doesn't say much. The wicket says it all.
Yes, ring the bell, Fidel. He has got his man. He adjusted his length, went a little wider, and Howe couldn't help himself. He had to go after it. He was in the mood, and comfortably taken by Chris Gayle. So that just stops the bleeding for the West Indies skipper. But it was a handy knock. He played some beautiful on drives. 8 fours in his 54. It's 96 for 3.
Couple of wire wrapper boys. One's playing for Wellington, but has played for Central Districts. That's Ryder. Joins Ross Taylor on a pitch they're very familiar with, McLean Park and Napier.
Here's Taylor. To Taylor. Cracked away, superb shot. Oh, that is a magnificent square cut. That's another boundary. Fine on drive. Good start here for New Zealand after tea. That'll be 4 more. Well, runs in all directions. Square cut, on drive, glide. 14 runs come in the over. 123 for 3.
Catch him.
Over the top, you don't catch that. Easily over the top for 4. Jesse Ryder.
Catch him.
And there he goes. Shouts to catch it. Heads. Oh, you're not catching that. He goes again. How well's he hit this? So he's hit it even better.
That is huge. Absolutely huge. The key here for Ross Taylor is that he's actually going outside off stump. He's walking outside off stump to hit the ball there, rather than Dunedin, where Gayle picked this wicket up. Look, he's gone right outside off stump, so he's getting into a better line and not having to fetch it anywhere near as much.
Gotcha.
Ryder goes to the onside, and he goes to the onside well. That is close, and that's out, yes. Taylor goes, playing round his pad, and he's referring. I think he thinks he's hit this.
No ball, that's fine, no problems there at all. So look down the line. I don't think that's hit the bat. Look at the angle that Suleiman Ben has delivered from. No. In fact, in line, I think this will stand. Decision will stand. It's so low, it's probably cannoning into leg stump.
Taylor goes. It's a huge wicket, this, for the West Indies.
Well, it's a referral that New Zealand could afford to use. Taylor, I don't know whether he's still convinced that he hit it, but everything that we saw showed he didn't hit it. It showed the ball was going on to hit leg stump. He's out for 46. It's 170 for 4.
Brendan McCullum is the new player.
Yeah.
Oh, that will be 4. Samoa won't get round and stop that.
Through. I don't mind how many you have on the offside. If you bowl a half volley out there, a big fella like Ryder is going to put you away. Bad bowling by Taylor.
Yeah, and a terrific shot from Jesse Ryder.
Caught behind. He's waiting. Big appeal for a catch behind. Now they have 1 appeal. They have 1 referral, and they will go for it.
He's taking it. There is a noise, Tony. You called the noise right.
Now, what did that hit?
I don't think it had any bat or any glove. I think it was well above everything. I think Rudy Kurtzen's got it exactly right.
Now, what was the noise, I wonder?
I don't know, but it wasn't the one the West Indies are searching for, and now they're out of appeals.
Not out.
Not out. So there we go. West Indies haven't got it. It's in the air, and he's gone with it. It's gone for 6. Well, what a response by McCullum. What a response. Here's Taylor. That's not out. Oh, he's given him. Well, he's given him and he's appealing. Referring.
Did it graze the bat on the way past? I mean, it's a really fine one. Really fine one if it is.
Again, McCullum. So crucial.
I'm not sure that's at the bat either, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure that it has, but there's no noise. There's no noise apparently according to our Hawkeye, but we should be able to show that. We should be able to show our, have we got a hot spot or anything we can use?
Yeah, well, that's been given out now by Rudy Kurtzen. So on this occasion, it is McCullum, the keeper, the batsman, who is asked for the referral. It's the batsman. Previously, it was the fielding team which had asked for the referral when he was given not out. Now, Taylor's not all that convinced there. He just looks back to the umpire, and how is that, he says.
He's given him out. And McCullum has been given out. You see, the answer to this is that there is no evidence to say that he can overturn the decision. And McCullum doesn't think he's hit it, and I'm not sure he has. The system is weird.
It is 203 for 5. Franklin has come in. Somebody says no, and they go through for it. Two, they say, and there's hardly anyone on the leg side. There's vast empty spaces out there. And that's his 50. Jesse Ryder's got a 50. 7 runs have come from the over in which McCullum has gone.
So possibly the last over of the Test series. Edwards to Ryder. Pick up another 1, possibly 2. They'll get 2 pretty comfortably.
But how simple does Ryder make it look sometimes?
No, little offie. Well done. That ends the over. And I think that will be time on this Test match. The hands are extended. Shaken. Chris Gayle, West Indies captain, and Daniel Vettori, the New Zealand captain, have decided that the game will go no further. Jesse Ryder remains not out on 59. So the match drawn, West Indies 307 and 375, New Zealand 371 and 220 for 5. They made a good fist of it, New Zealand. Match and the series drawn. It was an interesting day's play.